Thank you for joining us, everyone, for our lunchbox, well, not lunchbox, sorry, school holiday snacks ideas. As I mentioned, it's also not just for school holidays, it's essentially any snacks for any kids, husbands, mums, anybody really. So I'm going to hand you over to Angela, and she's going to do, you're starting with a 5-second chocolate slice, which is exciting.
I am. So this is out of the additive-free lifestyle books. These glaze are amazing. The recipe is in here, but it's actually a free recipe. Yeah, we're going to do all this. That's right. This recipe is actually online. We need to put the eggs in there. So the recipe is online. It's called the 5-second chocolate slice recipe. So literally put everything in, blitz it for 5 seconds, and pop it in the oven. So yeah, we're going to help. So the ingredients are, so blitz it all in. I'll leave this in. All right, you want to help Mama? So you're putting the butter. It says very soft or slightly melted. So I did pop that. I had it out at room temperature. Yeah, we're going to put that one in too. All right, ready? Yeah, let's do it together. Ready? Ready. Look at the kids for holidays. This guy's meant to be sleeping. Yay. No sleep. Yeah, I know. No sleep. So that was, I think, the plain flour. I did pre-measure these. Yeah, so I had the butter at room temperature, and then I haven't got a microwave, so I just whizzed it in the air fryer for a bit just to get it a bit soft. So plain flour, self-raising flour. You want to pop it in, baby? I'm going to make sure I did have all these measurements correct. I think I did. Desiccated coconut. So pop that in. And we can link these recipes, guys, because I am going a bit fast now. Look what we need to do. We need to find the picture here. Luckily I did it. Brown sugar. But I can't remember how many eggs. So let's have a look at the eggs again. Let's go back here. 5 seconds slice. So we've got butter, we've got the brown sugar, coconut, 3 eggs, plain flour, self-raising flour, and now just 5 grams of the cacao, cocoa, whatever you want to use. I didn't measure that out. So 5 grams. Watch out there. It's usually about a teaspoon. A bit more. Yeah, and then 3 eggs. So literally pop it all in. So it's going to take you longer to get the ingredients out of the cupboard, hey? And then I've just got my oven preheated to 180. Be careful before you wear everything. All right, 3 eggs. Place everything into the jug. All in there. And then we are going to mix it for 5 seconds on speed 5 with the measuring cup here. Okay, so around we go. Daniel, do you want to do this? Okay. You want to turn it? Thank God for these glider boards, eh? All right, ready? Go. Go. 5 seconds.
He's the best helper. And he's always so territorial about his Thermomix.
That's why I got him to do it, because if I did it without his help, good job. And that's it. That is mixed. And that's going to go, I'll just give it a bit of a scrape down, just get rid of those bits. Oh no. And then I've got my tray. And we're just going to press it into that and cook it for 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes at 180.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll let you press that in. And I'm going to get started with the boiled eggs. So
I'll just do myself.
How good are you putting the recipe in the chat? Thank you. All right. So how many of you have used boiled egg function? And do you know it's there? Danielle, yes, love it. No one else. Amelia, you're egg free. I think that's probably why you haven't used it. So the boiled eggs make it so easy. I have never really been a massive boiled egg fan anyway, unless it's hard boiled. So what you do, I've already put my water in, but essentially you put the eggs straight into there with the blade. With the TM6, it has the function that it will stop the blades from spinning. So it won't crack the eggs. So don't worry about it. I love this because it's hands-free. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to set a timer. So we just go water to the 1 litre. Of course, I used the wrong one. Sorry. 2 seconds. Sorry, I filled up the water for the chicken. So up to the 1 litre mark, you'll see on the inside of the bowl, there's indents that have like a dot, and then there's a dot and a 1. That means it's 1 litre. Okay, so you decide how your desired cooking point, depending on how you like your eggs. So if you're cooking them fresh for breakfast, as an example, and your kids like them soft or medium soft, gives you a description of actually how they turn out. So I'm going to do medium hard. So literally, we just keep going. It gives you the instructions, put the lid on, and then when it comes up, hopefully you can see that. See all these names down here? So it says soft, medium, medium hard. So we're going to turn it to medium hard. And then it automatically cooks it. So it's going to about 14 minutes. It's essentially going to just boil the water and then boil the eggs. And at the end, I just take it out, put the eggs in here and rinse it under cold water to stop the cooking. So I love to have these in the fridge, just as a snack ready to go. What you can do, I really like to add mayo, mustard to them, or you can do mayo and curry powder for like a curried egg kind of flavor, which is really, really nice. And it's quick and simple. Like if they're just in the fridge, they're really easy to do. You do 8 eggs. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So that's the boiled eggs. So now we'll pop over to Janine. She's going to show you how she does the jam drops, which I'm super excited. I wish I was eating them.
Hello everybody. So yeah, I'm going to make the jam drops today. These are from a Thermo Bliss recipe. So I actually haven't made this particular one before, and it's not on Cookie Do. So we'll just go to bear with me. I've got a helper. So this is Mitch. Say hello. Hello. Okay. So he's going to help me as well. I'll just get this set up more onto the machine for you. It looks pretty simple. So we've just got 180 grams of softened butter. And Mitch, you can put this in. This is then it's got 220 grams of caster sugar, 1 egg.
Janine, can you just pop your camera up a tiny bit, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, and then so we're just going to cream the butter and sugar for 20 seconds. So I'll pop that on. Okay, speed 4, Mitch, turn it to 4. 4.
While that's going, I'm just going to show you. Oh, no, I don't think I can. I was going to say I'll show you on my screen how to do manual, but I can't because my eggs are boiling. Does everyone know how to do manual mode on their Thermomix? I think all of you on here probably do. Amelia, you're good. Liz, you're good. Danny, you're good. Yep, I think we're all good.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Right now, I just want you to scrape down the side. So and do it for another 20 seconds, but it's pretty much where it should be anyway. So we'll give it a scrape. Another 20 seconds. Just a minute, buddy. Hang on. And 4.
Janine's the baker in our crew. So if you've got any baking questions, ask Janine. Pop it in the chat and we can ask Janine. That's definitely not one of my strengths is baking. I literally follow Cookie Do instructions and do what it says. And then if it doesn't work, I message Janine and I go, I didn't work. I don't know what I did wrong.
Okay, just a sec. Okay, now. Scrape down again. Okay, next is adding the flour. You can do that, Mitch. So it's 300 grams of just plain flour, and I've got half a teaspoon of baking powder. You're right, can you reach? Don't drop the bowl's glass.
Some more in a bit.
Good job. There's actually no vanilla in this recipe, but I'm just going to chuck a bit in anyway because I think it's nicer. That is it. That's how simple the recipe is, basically. So it's going to 20 seconds speed 5. Wait a minute, we'll set the time first. Calm down. 20. Okay, there you go. Speed 5, all the way around 5. Keep going. So it's just turned like a crumbly sort of dough, but when you've got to roll it into balls. So once you chip it out, or just roll from here, you go, you can roll one too. It's just like quite easy to roll, but we're just going to then press in the top with a little finger and just put a tiny bit of jam into that hole. So it's not going to be very much at all that goes in, because it will, with the heat, if you put too much, it'll spill everywhere and burn onto your tray, and they won't look very nice. So we're just going to put a little drop in, and then these have got to go into the fridge, or I'm going to pop them in the freezer for about 10 minutes while you watch some of the other things, and then I'll pop them into the oven. And that's how easy they are to make. So you know that there's no palm oil, no, nasties in there at all. So yeah, so they should be, next time you see them, they should be coming out. So if you
You'll get your helper to help you roll them, right? That's a really good job. I said you'll get your helper to help you roll them.
I will.
That's a really good job for kids.
It is. He's very good at that. He loves helping with this. So, and he learns as he does it, which is really cool because, I think that's really, it's fun. He wants to be a Thermomix chef.
Yeah, good. Do it, Mitch. And do you write for your bliss balls? Yeah. All right. I'll switch over to Ange and I'll mute you, hon.
Okay. Cool.
All right, guys. So I just gave my bowl a quick clean. And now I'm going to make bliss balls. So these are really great. I love to make these. We kind of make them all the time, but we have to go for a nut-free option during school term. But because it's school holidays, we're going to do the nuts. So it's pretty versatile. You can kind of add and mix and change whatever you want in there. So I'm doing peppermint bliss balls, I should say. All right, so I've got dates. I think I've already pre-measured these out. So they're just the pitted dates. 2 cups, which is about 340 grams of dates. 1 cup of almonds. I've got the almonds in there. And then that's it. We're going to do that, and we're going to pop that on for 20 seconds, speed 8. So it's going to get a bit noisy, and I may have my visitor back.
Mute you.
I probably have. I think the volume, the sound cuts out. So 20 seconds, speed 8.
There's heaps and heaps of bliss ball recipes on Cookie. I prefer to have one that's an actual cookie do guided recipe, so that you don't have to use your old brain tissue, or if you want your kids to be able to help you too. You've only just done a food shop. I'm not surprised you moved. Oh no, living off junk and pre-made snacks for the week. You know what? It makes it so difficult, and it just really puts you into a little downward spiral, right? I'm glad this is good timing for you. Yum.
So good. All right, so that's your base, and now you can really be flexible here. I've sometimes put like chia seeds, you can do sunflower seeds. Again, you don't have to do the nuts, you can do more seed base if you want. Okay, but now I'm going to go cacao, double check I've got that. No, what did I say? 1/4 cup. I did have that. Let me quickly grab that. I'm sure I had 1/4 cup here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I knew I had it. All right, 1/4 cup of the cacao. And then I'm just reading it so I don't make any mistakes. It's been a while since I've made these. Coconut oil, so 2 tablespoons. Like that. And I'm doing peppermint today, so I'm just using some of my doTERRA essential oils. It's food grade, but you don't have to do a flavor. You can You can if you want. You can do a different flavor. You can do orange, lemon, lime.
The orange ones with the cacao are so good. They taste like Jaffas.
Jaffas, I know, delicious. So I am going to, I was going to put peppermint, 4 drops, but what I might actually do, I might do half a batch because I'm going to let the little guy, I've got a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I don't really want the 2-year-old to be having too much pepperminty stuff. So I'm going to quickly just blitz that, and then I'm going to add the oil in, take some out, and just do it that way. So got the cacao, got the oil. I'll do that in a second. So 15 seconds. Then I'll just give it another whisk around. 15 seconds, speed 8 again.
I've done their own recipe conversions where you've been able to add it to Cookie Doo so that it's like guided cooking on your Thermi. Has anyone done that? No, Danielle, you haven't. Liz, have you? No. Amelia, you haven't got access to Cookie Doo at the moment, do you? Oh, you do? Yes. Awesome.
So that just made it a bit wetter now with the sorry, that might fit
Right,
that. That's the consistency of it. So I'm just going to take out, he's not going to eat much. Just going to take out a little bit for the little guy. And then do you want peppermint?
Oh, you mentioned that.
Yeah, got the 9-year-old.
Oh,
Do you want
so-
peppermint flavour?
Wait, I feel.
I'm just going to do one flavour. Just one flavour today. Peppermint or orange, decide.
Orange.
Orange, not peppermint. You sure? Oh, last minute decision. Are you sure?
Orange, I love orange.
Okay, we're going orange, not peppermint. So scrap that. The master has spoken. So I'll just do a couple of drops. Just going to do like 3 of that. Yeah. Oh,
We usually put more orange because it's not as strong.
yeah,
The peppermint's really strong. I think I usually do about 6 at least.
Yeah. I can smell that it wasn't enough. Yeah, let's do 6. Well, that might have been a bit more, 7. All right, so wild orange. So just remember to use food grade oils, guys. And then I'm just going to give it another mix now that we've taken some out. Junior.
So Sam and Rebecca, let me know in the chat if you guys have done your Cookie Doo guided cooking. If you haven't, I'll show you quickly in the in Cookie Doo how to do it. It's really, really easy.
All right, and then that smells just like Jaffa. It's amazing. All right, so now pretty much, how's it with these ones? I've just got a bowl of desiccated coconut there, and we're just going to roll them into whatever size balls you want. But these are so much cheaper. Like you go to the supermarket and you buy the, I'm just going to do one really small for the little guy. You buy the, I don't know what the brand's called, in that little snack bag thing. There's like what, 5 or 6 of them, and they're like, I don't know, $4 or $5 if they're on special. That's how I used to buy them.
Yeah.
You can leave them without the coconut. I'm just going to do it really lightly for Daniel, and then you pop them in the fridge to set. So that's some plain ones. I'll pop them in. Pop them in a little plate for him.
Really good job for kids to do too,
Yes,
especially in school holidays.
I've got them in front of the screen at the moment, not to distract me, but I might get them out to do that. And yeah, 100% really good. And they can pick their own flavors. They can choose what's going in there. Yeah, really versatile. Like I said, I've done chia seeds, can do cashews. Yeah, different flavors.
I think Charmaine's done Turkish Delight ones too before with geranium oil in them. I think, is that right? Sorry.
Oh, that
Yeah,
would be-
I did, geranium and rose water.
Yes,
Ooh,
that's what it is.
It's
delicious.
really nice. So
They
nice.
are really good.
Oh, and I mix up and do half dates and half fig because the figs sort of give it that like Turkish delight texture. Dried figs, yeah, it's really good.
Actually, I put cranberries as well sometimes, a little bit, so they're quite strong. Some cranberries in there as well. You can do.
Plus, you know what? That's actually a really good point, Charmaine, is adding the different ingredients in there. It just helps increase the nutrition as well, which, you know, obviously would be a win for you.
Add a
And a
bonus.
win for all mums. All right, Angie, I'm going to leave you to roll your balls. Charmaine, do you want another 5 minutes? I'm just going to, I've got like 28 seconds until these eggs are boiled. So I'm just going to quickly show you on Cookie Doo how to do a created recipe. So you just go into my recipes, and in here, so if you're on the home screen, you'll just go to my recipes, go to created recipes, and I've put some in here already. So this is a Cookie Doo one that I've changed slightly. If you have a look at this, the original recipe uses lime juice, avocado, it has chili and tomato and onion in it, which we don't add. We literally just do avo and lime. So to do that, all I did was put in the guacamole recipe that we use, which is the TM56 metric one. And then from here, I think, here, you go add to created recipes. You leave it like that. And then I just edit the steps and edit the ingredients. So I delete these ingredients because I'm not using them. And I leave what, and I hate coriander, so that goes. And I find by doing this, actually, it lasts longer too. And if you haven't heard me say this before, if you leave the seed in with the guacamole, it will actually last longer. So literally all I do is that, and then I go confirm, done, and it's saved into there with the amended steps. So that is a super easy way of doing the, sorry, you need to add the lime juice and the salt too. Sorry, I deleted that step, but it was because it blitzed it with chili and tomato. But yeah, you get the idea. So if you're going to do a longer one, I just copy and paste it. The other thing that you can do is if you were getting something from Recipe Community, you can import the recipe from Recipe Community. So if you've got a favorite here, let me just go to, let's just say we're going to do this recipe.
Okay, Jen, come on, mate, play with Daniel for a bit now.
And let's just go, let's just do Christmas bark. Okay, so what you do is you copy the link, go back into here, go my recipes, created recipes, and there's a plus down here, import recipe, type the URL in and import. Hopefully that I'm not going too fast, but this is recorded, so you can always watch it back if you need to while you're doing it. And then because I'm pedantic, I copy all of this and I just paste it as I go. So break up the chocolate. So I would put where it says place into the Thermomix bowl, you want to press ingredients and you put your chocolate. And then when you go into your Thermomix, that will actually add, so I'm just going to cut that step. That will come up with the ingredients like it would when you're doing guided cooking. You just click on the scales and it will bring up what ingredients you need to put in. So we tick that and we go plus and then paste the rest in. So blend for, actually I could probably put that up the top. So we can go here. So it says blend for 4 minutes, speed 2.5. So we just go to speed 2.5 and tick. So I can get rid of that step. Oops. And essentially you just keep doing that until the recipe is done, and then you go confirm and then done, and that's added in there. The other way you can do it is you can create your own recipe. So it could be peppermint bliss balls. If you spell it properly, it helps. So create, and then in here you go ingredients. So you'd go, I think it was 250-ish grams of dates. I could be completely wrong. And then you'd put nuts, blah, blah, and you type them until they're done. And then you go add the first step. So add, and you get your ingredients from the list. And then the nuts. And then you would chop it for, I think it was 15 seconds or 20 seconds on speed 8. And if you're cooking something, you just go into temperature and put the temperature in there. And if it needs to be on reverse, reverse is down the bottom. Okay. So you, and then when you want the next step, you do that and then confirm. You can put a picture in there if you want to make it pretty, and then you're done. So they're the 3 different ways that you can do that. I do need to get these eggs out. Charmaine, you're good to go. So I might switch over to you while I get the eggs out. So literally all I'm going to do is take, I need to stand up now, is take the eggs which are boiled. I'll tip the water out through here and just drain them in this, and I'm just going to pop them under the cold water to let them cool down to stop them from cooking. So I'll be back in a minute.
Beautiful. Thank you. Hello. I'm just going to be making an apricot slice. When I was pregnant, I was craving that apricot slice that I used to have when I was kids, like the little bites that you'd get from the canteen. And I had a look at them and they are full of rubbish, which was really disappointing. So I thought I would try and come up with my own. So apricots, it's 4 ingredients. So it's super simple. It's pretty much like a bliss ball, except I don't roll them. I just chop them into little bites because for some reason that's fun and that's not a bliss ball to the kids. So the one that doesn't like the bliss ball is happy to eat them. I get, depending on what's available at the time, apricots. They're the dried apricots, they're the macro organic ones, or you can get organic ones from Costco big bag. It's a lot more cost effective. They're a little bit darker, so they're almost a little bit more caramelly. They're in between like a date and apricot, so hot tip, that's really nice. They're also sun dried, so that's why they're dark like that. They're preservative free. So that's the brand that I would use to avoid any preservatives. And if they don't have that one available, I'll get the next option, which is the home brand dried apricots, because they only have 1 preservative in them instead of 3. So if your kids are sensitive to preservatives, that's a good option. So 200 grams of apricots, chuck her in the thermi. If you know me, you know I'm a chuck it all in. A cup of coconut, desiccated coconut. I didn't have desiccated, so today we're doing shredded. I personally prefer the texture of desiccated. I could have made my own desiccated, but yeah. A cup of sunflower seeds. So I taught these to a like a vacation care once. So we did a nut-free option. So whenever you're looking for a nut-free option, you can just swap whatever nut it is over to a seed. Sunflower seed works quite similarly in texture to cashews. And I find pepitas, so your green pumpkin seeds, work similar in texture to your almonds. Just depends whether your little people are happy to eat something that's got green bits in it or not. So I'm using sunflower seeds, but I've also made them with cashews and they work beautifully. So 200 of apricots, a cup of sunflower seeds, a cup of desiccated coconut, and roughly 3 tablespoons of honey, depending on taste. You can also add anything you want to, yeah? Like if you want to add any collagen powder, if you're trying to boost protein or help kids' gut health. Chuck it in, and then I'm going to blitz it probably about 10 seconds. We'll see how we go. You won't hear me for a little bit, but until they're like a crumbly texture, like a bliss ball. All right, I lied. That was about 20 seconds today. Oh, it smells so good. There we go. And we are done. Oops, I just minimized you. Sorry, guys. So you're looking for that texture that's going to stick together when it's pressed in, yeah? And then I'm going to take baking tray or container. I've lined it with baking paper. I'm going to squish it all in there and chop it in the, chuck it in the fridge. You can sprinkle more coconut on top if you like. My kids personally don't love that. So I'll leave it off. I'll chuck it in the fridge. And then once it's chilled, cut it up into slices. And that's it. Super easy.
Amazing. That looks so good.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'll save you some there.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, I'm just going to do, I can see Anne just still doing her bliss balls. I'm just going to get my chicken started. The recipe that I'm using, and this is a really good example of using the recipes as guides. So I've had people say, you know, how do I know how long to steam chicken for, or something like that as an example, or veggies or whatever. So I found this recipe, which is curried chicken salad wraps. So I'm just going to use this as the base essentially to steam my chicken. So I'm just going to start cooking. 500 grams of water. I've just boiled the kettle because I feel like that will speed it up. So I'm just going to weigh the 500 grams in of boiled water, which is also 500 mils. So you could just fill it up to the 500 ml dot. So we put that on next, and Veroma goes on. Now, I didn't read the recipe properly, so I've got chicken breast, but that's okay. It says chicken thigh in the recipe, but I'm just going to use chicken breast because that's what I ended up getting. So just weigh 500 grams of skinless chicken thigh fillets cut into thirds. I've cut the breast pieces a little bit smaller, so they'll probably cook a bit quicker anyway. I might just put them on the tray at the top because they'll probably go better. So I'm literally just going to pop them straight on. I'll probably dump them on there. That's about 500 grams. I think I weighed it before. I think it was just over 500. So we've just got that. It's really versatile. So we'll be able to turn it into curried chicken, or you could turn it into anything really, just plain chicken, add it with mayo. It's good to just have in the fridge to pull out for wraps or sorry, I can't speak and do something else at the same time. It's good for wraps or bread rolls and stuff like that. So yeah.
Right.
That's
Rolls.
then just going to cook for 25 minutes. Sorry, Ange.
I was gonna say good for like scrolls into like chicken and like ham, like chicken and cheese scrolls or something, or pizza
Yeah,
bases.
100%. So it's something that's handy to have prepped. Like if you do this on a weekend, and you could probably do extra, like it probably doesn't need to be limited to 500 grams. You could put some in the base because I haven't got anything in the dish. I've only got it in the tray. So yeah, Charmaine's added it to Mexican rice. So you could have it there, even if you made it as a batch, you could do it for, and chuck it in the freezer so that you had it for lunch, like lunches or dinners or whatever. All right, Ange, are you ready to go? Or are you still?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You good? All right, we'll go back to Ange because she's got to put hers in the oven. Yeah, yours has got to go in the oven, I think.
What's that? Me?
Oh, you're doing custard. Don't worry about my brain. My brain's broken.
My light is out. If you want to quickly see, I'll show you. So that's my burnt stuff on it. That's the slice, and now it's just to cool down, and you can ice it if you want. It's like just a basic icing recipe. You don't have to. You can put just icing sugar, and
That was
do.
so fast.
So fast, hey. So if you wanted to put the icing on it, you could, but it's not ready yet. No, walk away. Just showing. And then the bliss balls are in the fridge, just hardening up a little bit. And now the other thing I'm going to make is a custard. So I'm going to make a banana coconut custard. This is on Cookadoo. It's in the Wholesome Toddler Collection book, I think it's called. It says for 6 to 9 months, but I make it for everyone. And they don't, so it's just a little bit of a healthier option rather than your traditional custard. So it's got some dates in there. So we've got 3 dates. Coconut, that was the coconut, and I haven't even washed my bowl, so my bowl's still from the bliss balls because it was just dates and whatever else is in there, so I'm just going to leave that in there. The coconut was left over from when I was rolling the bliss balls. I actually haven't measured this out, so I probably need some more. So 30 grams of coconut. This is, I hope it's organic. I buy this from Aldi, and it just says that it's, it says that it's just coconut. So I'm hoping that it is. There's no hidden nasties. So the coconut. Okay, and then we're just going to mix that up. 20 seconds. Well done. Yay, that's his new thing. Whenever it gets like speed 6 or 8 or beyond and it gets a bit loud, his new thing is to come and koala cuddle me, which I love. So cute. So that has blitzed up those dates and coconut together pretty fine. Actually, last one was a little bit too coconutty, so I maybe should have done a little bit less coconut got this time, but just note to self, if you don't want it too coconutty or because it stays whole like that, then you can reduce the coconut. All right, now scrape down. Just get all that goodness in there. Oh. Don't scrape it on yourself. All right, so now we're going to put in banana. So 200 grams of banana, just broken up into some pieces. Oh, look at that. Oh, a little bit over, that's okay. And then we're going to give that a bit of a mix.
Just while that's mixing too, I'm just going to quickly, oh, she's finished. I was just going to say, speak to your consultant too about a modes demo. So I'm pretty sure most of you or all of you have a TM6. We've got an awesome new modes demo that's a brunch demo. So it's really, really good. And it shows you through a lot of the modes. So if you're feeling like you need a little bit more inspo or you're not using the modes, actually, while we're here, put in the chat if you use most of your modes or know what the modes are, or if you have no idea, put it in the chat.
Oh my gosh, this milk, I don't use this milk. That first initial pour just makes a huge mess everywhere. They need to change the spout. I'm just going to use this now. I hope I didn't go over. I may have gone a little bit over them and scales jumped around a bit. Okay, and milk just went everywhere. Okay, so 250 grams of milk and 2 eggs. I love custard, especially in this weather at the moment. It is pouring in Sydney.
Oh, no.
I know, Mummy made milk mess. That's okay. We clean it. Here, do you want to clean with this one? This one's dirty. Want to help Mummy clean? No, thank you. And just 1 egg yolk. Oh, I'm going to save this because I was going to make something. I'm just going to save my egg yolk. I've been freezing them because I want to make some vanilla ice cream. And I want to keep my egg yolk. So we'll keep that.
Hey, Ange, have you
I want
ever
to
made
keep
it
my
with the
egg
whole
white.
egg?
What was that?
Have you ever made it with the whole egg? Like the other custards, you know, where you just put the whole egg in?
Yeah. We've had 2 whole eggs before and then the egg yolk.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I think it makes it thicker. That's like the Portuguese tarts do that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So
So like steps behind you. Oh, thanks. Sorry.
it's okay. Okay, so then you can do arrowroot flour or corn flour. I'm just going to use corn flour. Again, that's the, sorry, it's not, oh, look at that. My school alarm just went off to go pick up the kids. Just ignore that. This is, I don't know, I'm going to take a spoon. This is organic corn flour. So I don't mind using that. 2 tablespoons. It's a bit thick. I'm going to put a little bit. Okay. And then 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And that's it. So now we just let that go for 7 minutes. That's going to use the thickening mode at 90 degrees. That's all in. Just a bit of a spread down. So it's all preset, 7 minutes, 90 degrees on speed 3.5, and that's it.
Awesome, Ange, thank you. I'm just going to show you my boiled eggs and then we'll go to Janine. So there's my boiled eggs. I've peeled them, and that was, I did that on medium hard and I left it there for a little bit longer because normally I do hard boiled, but that's perfect. So I'll peel the rest of them while Janine's doing her smoothie.
Yep. Okay. So we're just going to do an energizing smoothie. So it's from Cookie Doo, and it's just it's really good for, like, you know, when they're hungry in the afternoon. My husband has one like mid-morning because he's like at home working from home. I always make him a smoothie. I have mine as like a meal replacement. He has it as well as because he wants to put on weight and I want to lose it. So yeah. So but for the kids, it's awesome for just for them to have like a healthy, like, we'll fill them up, keep them going, but not make them too full for dinner. So Mitchie's going to help. Okay, so there's 2 bananas and they've been frozen. So I've always got chopped up bananas whenever they're looking a bit worse for wear. If they're not going into a banana bread, I chop them up and freeze them for smoothies. So throwing those in there. 3 tablespoons of rolled oats. Chuck that in. Peanut butter or dry roasted peanuts. So I'm just going to use the peanut butter. And where's the spatula going? Sorry, guys. I have to put this one in. So it's just the peanut butter going in. You can use any type of peanut butter that you prefer. Mix. Now this, it also says 15 grams of dark chocolate. So if you like, if it's for the kids that like chocolate, just chucking in some dark chocolate. It's actually really good for you. It's full of antioxidants. But this is hubby's going to end up drinking most of this, so he doesn't like chocolate. Weird. And 55 to 650 grams of almond milk. So you could use a normal milk if you just a dairy milk if you wanted to, or any other like dairy-free milk that you have at home. You can also make your own almond milk, which I quite often do, but it's not something that we have all the time. So I've always got a spare one here in the cupboard. So to make this, rather than making my own, I just thought I'd use the unsweetened almond milk from the shops today. They're actually much cheaper and much better for you to make your own. Not quite enough. That will do. You could also add ice, so you could add berries, or you could add any other thing that you like to it as well. But we'll just stick to the recipe today. And it's going to go on a speed 10 for 1.5 minutes, so you won't be able to hear us at all in a minute. So if you go turn it, going to die, bang.
I was just going to talk about the modes demo for a minute. So what we're essentially offering at the moment is you can, we've got a special host reward offer for the modes demo. So essentially it's a brunch menu. So we do cheese and bacon scones, and you can do them gluten-free and they're delicious. You do poached eggs. We do either a celery leaf gremolata, or a fresh tomato chutney, which I made yesterday, and it's delicious. It's like a bruschetta. It's so good. We do a hollandaise sauce, and we do all of that pretty much in under an hour. So it's amazing. It's really, really good. It runs through the functions, the modes of the Thermomix. So if you feel like you're not using them to their full capacity and you'd love to see something different, let me know, or let your consultant know and they're able to help you. And then that way you can get your hands on a blade cover peeler. And there's also a book that they've put together specifically on the modes, and it's like 100 and something pages, and it looks really, really good. So you'll get that when you host a qualifying demo. So definitely reach out to your consultant if you can, and organize that. Also, I don't know if I'm an expert at, actually Janine's finished, so I'll hand back over to her. Janine, I just had to mute you, sorry. I muted you, so you have to take yourself off mute, sorry. Can you, sorry.
All good. Okay. So this is our smoothie. Beautiful. So there we go. I'm not going to fill it too full from the story. And I've dribbled it everywhere, but nice and thick. It's still very cold with the frozen fruit. Here we go, Mitch. Give us a taste test, buddy. Oh, he's going to go and get a plastic straw. He has this aversion to my stainless steel straws. He won't drink from the paper straws in McDonald's. He only likes his plastic straws. So they are reusable plastic. It's okay, but they're still, he won't drink from a stainless steel straw. It's very strange.
Charmaine just said, chew your smoothies to optimize digestion too is a good tip.
Excellent. Chew your smoothie.
because when you chew it, it activates the saliva, right, Charmaine? And then that helps
Oh.
absorption of nutrients when you're digesting it.
So you got to chew
So
it.
yeah, listen.
Oh, that might have been why they used to say many years ago, they used to make, when they used to give out milk at school, I remember hearing stories about them saying that they were told to chew their milk. So they might not have been as cracked as we thought. So.
Not as crazy as you thought.
No.
Do you reckon that would work with like frozen berries and stuff?
Yeah, like it
Like
said
change the
banana,
flavour?
and like I just went with banana because that's what hubby does like. That's why I picked that one, because he's a bit, he'll eat banana in it and vanilla, but he doesn't like chocolate or anything else. Now we make mango smoothies. I make so many different types of smoothies. So you could actually just use that as your volume amounts to make it and your timing, and you could swap it for anything. So I make mango and I use different juices, handfuls of ice in it, add protein powder to it, all sorts of different, like you can basically do it. There's a lot of different recipes on there anyway, but
Awesome.
yeah, that was just a good one that like kids would really like. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
no worries.
Um,
And jam drops, I've got one out of the
Oh yeah.
oven.
Cool.
So I'll give you a quick squeeze. They did spread a little bit because they weren't so chilled, but they're not too bad at all. They're very hot. Just don't burn your fingers because the jam stays really hot in the middle.
They look so good. One of them looks like it's a heart. The one on your right hand side. The other one looks like a heart from here.
Oh, it does too. In the camera, it does. Yeah, perfect. So Mitch helped me, so he's loved them, so he's going to eat them now too. So
Love it. And have you got your custard ready?
Yes, so the last step was, I did 7 minutes. The last step is just to gradually increase the speed from 4 to 6 for 30 seconds. So I was just halfway through that, and then we're going to pop them in. You can pop some cinnamon on top as well if you want. So just gradually turn your dial just to get that nice and thick consistency that you want. All right, and then you can serve that either in like little glass bowls or, that's it, look at the consistency of that. Nice. Yes, I'm making something, girls. Isn't it amazing? You just whipped up 3 things. Aren't you spoiled this school holiday?
What are you making?
Custard, banana custard, banana coconut custard. So that's it. And then I'm just going to pop them into, I'm going to let it cool a little bit. So I've got plastic little molds that I'm going to pop them in. And then I've also got the little Cinchi pouches. So they're really cool too. But I did see, and someone probably can confirm, on the mix shop, what was that, Mary?
Oh, the Subo bottle. I have one of them.
Yes, I think I need to get me one. So I could put custard in that, and
I'd
they
say so. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they squeeze it out. Well,
Squeeze-
actually, I don't actually think it squeezes out. I think they suck it out, which
Okay.
stops the squeezing of the pouches.
Yeah. They yeah, we need to get some of them. They look good and no mess. I think the whole idea is they have no mess.
Correct. I'll go grab mine and I'll show you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll fill these up later, but because the little one, like, just gotta be careful, obviously, of choking hazards. But at least I know what's gone in there. Once that's cooled as well in the fridge, I mean, you can make and eat it straight away. What time is it? 3 o'clock. Can be an afternoon treat. Christian's already got one of the bliss balls. I'll show you them in a sec. But you can have custard hot. I mean, this weather is crazy at the moment. It's pouring and so windy, so it would be a perfect afternoon treat for them now. Nice warm custard, or as an afternoon treat while it's full. It's really great. Well,
So these are the Subo bottles that you can get from the
how big are they? Okay,
like less than my forearm, if that's
Yeah.
helpful.
so you wouldn't need to fill up the whole, like, that's huge. You could maybe put a smoothie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's got a push up, like at the bottom, it's got the push up thing. So I think as they suck it, it pushes it up with it so that they don't have to squeeze it, because it's hard, you can't squeeze it.
Yeah.
So they just suck it up through the top bit.
Did you
At
say
least
they're on sale in the mix shop?
They were on sale in the mix shop. I don't know if they are right now,
Mm.
but they did have them. They come in 3 different colors if you care what color it is. There's green, blue, or pink.
So good.
Yeah.
Good one. Great.
but they're really, really good.
Yeah,
You can
Being
test out mine if you want. I don't need mine yet. So,
Thank you.
oh,
I'll do
look,
that.
see, here's our life right now with the tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squeezes everywhere, and this is
Yeah.
after. See, who doesn't want that?
Oh man, I long for
And I'm-
those after days. I long. Hook me up.
These are my bliss balls, guys. They've just been in the fridge. Yeah, a couple are missing because it's already been in there, but you can let them set a little bit harder. They smell amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, Angie. You've done well. Your kids are spoiled. They've got 3 different things
I
already.
think it helps a bit more. The little one does. Big one's just like, is it ready yet? Can I come to the icing? Can I come to help? It's just lick the bowl.
He's clever.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to pop you on mute, hun. I'll show these guys the. Oh, what did I make? Chicken. So I don't know, probably most of you already know this, but the lid of your Varoma can be used as like a tray so that it doesn't drip everywhere. So if you didn't know that, you know that now. So the chicken didn't go the whole time. I think it was set for 20 something minutes. There's still 9 minutes left and that's all cooked through. So what you want to do, I'm just going to adjust this, sorry. The next step is to remove from the Varoma and put it on a plate, set it aside for 15 minutes to cool. I'm not going to worry about doing that. Then put the chicken back in. So let's chuck all of this in. All right.
Did you want me, Mary? No.
Oh, you're good. You're
Oh,
good.
no. So if you wanted me to unmute. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what I said. I just said something about chicken in the bowl. I don't know. All right, reserve cooled chicken. Pop the lid on wherever I put that. I think I put that over on the sink. Sorry. Did I put it over there when I moved the jug? Sorry. All right, so 10 seconds on speed 4 reverse is what it's going to do. And because it's on reverse, it doesn't completely annihilate the chicken, which is nice. Because otherwise you can end up with chicken paste, which would be up. So that's how you do perfectly super easy shredded chicken. It's nice and moist. You can add it. You can add some mayo into that if you want to, but it's like you'd get it at a sandwich shop. So that's the chicken. As I said, you could mix it with like a curry powder and some mayo if you wanted to. I shouldn't have put that piece of chicken in my mouth, sorry. So now with the eggs, all I'm going to do is essentially the same thing. So I'm just going to do 2 eggs. I really like it with mustard. Thumbs up from Hugo and Josh. Is that for the apricot bites? Yeah.
Custard.
Oh,
My
the
baby does have
custard.
custard. It's so nice.
You're so quick. I didn't even know
Yeah.
you were doing that. That's
Yeah,
good.
look, the crap is all out over my bench already. So I'm like, it's all here. May as well just do it.
Love it. So with the eggs, I've literally just popped them in the bowl. I'll add some, I really like seeded mustard with it. You can really add anything you like. You can do a curry, you can do mayo like on its own, you can do mustard. So this is just a mayo that I made. It's the egg mayo from the basic cookbook, I think. It's a cookie do one, but I'll just do about a tablespoon of mayo. So literally boiled eggs, mayo, this light is terrible, sorry. Mayo and mustard. I'm not going to do it for as long as the chicken, but I'm still going to do it on speed 4 reverse. I just listen to it to listen to when it's sounds like it's kind of finished. I haven't even used my spatula today. It's pretty good. It's very minimal washing up for what I've got. There you go. And then that's your mashed boiled eggs. So you can make a bigger batch of that if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to have it, I like to have it in the fridge just so that it's ready to go to pop on. But like that's life is terrible. There you go. Just to put it on rice crackers or on a sandwich or anything like that. But that's a really good snack. It's a really good balanced snack. And Charmaine can probably tell me more about, or you more about this. It's got protein because the eggs, It's got choline, which is important in eggs, which I didn't know until a little while ago. Yeah, so it's a good balanced snack. Is there anything else you can think of that you'd add to that, Charmaine, as like a balance, if you want to give us a little riff on?
Yeah, no,
Balancing.
eggs are a really great option because they've got the protein and the fat. If you want to make it like perfectly rounded, you've got the protein, fat, and carbohydrate, which fuels all parts of all the body.
Pizza.
Josh is saying pizza.
I know about boiled egg pizza, Josh.
Bacon.
Bacon and egg pizza. Yeah, if you wanted to make it well balanced, you would just eat it with some sort of veggie stick or rice crackers or something. It'd be beautiful.
Actually, you just reminded me, if you scoop out the seeds out of cucumber,
Oh yeah.
you can cut a cucumber in half, scoop out the seeds and pop that mixture in there. Oh, it's so good.
That is really good. I agree with that. Same as with celery, carrot sticks, not that you can scoop them out, but like I cut carrots
It's
into
like a
like
dip.
rounds. Yeah.
You can use
really
it like
good.
a dip. Awesome. Does anyone have anything that they need to show us that I've forgotten about? Or are we all good? I'm going to add Ange, and Janine's not there, or she's there somewhere, but I'll add her. There you are. All right. Well, that's it. Has anyone got any questions before we go? I hope you learnt a lot. I'm going to say goodbye to the people on the recording. See you later. Thanks for watching. And remember to speak to your consultant too about a modes demo if you haven't already. And also some of the other things we've got coming up at the moment. We've got a half price business kit for anyone that's interested in knowing more about the business. We're all in Team Nourish, so we would love to have you on our team if you'd like to join us. Reach out. You don't have to, there's no obligation. So if you've got any questions, ask your consultant or you can ask me. But yeah, we would love to hear from you, and we would like to do the modes demos with you as well, which will show you through all the modes. So we are pretty epically cool, aren't we, Charmaine? Thank you for watching.